all we need to do, we need to make this image responsive. In that case, we have to use another class of responsive img. Press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload, and now you can see that your image is practically responsive now. It's getting smaller in size, and if we press Ctrl Shift M, we can see that the same image is being observed over here, which is responsive in its aspect, and it is working too. There's absolutely no problem with it. For this 480 pix, same thing will be observed over here. If we change it to 768 pix, we can see that this will be the result. We can see that the exact same thing will be observed here. So in order to make it responsive, we had to use this particular class, responsive image, which has a width of 650 pix. We practically do not wish to keep any kind of pixelated unit of dimension, so we have placed this width to 100%. We'll be using a single image, that is why we can set this width to 100%. There shouldn't be any problem. Now if we get back to our project and reload, we can see that the exact same result will be seen over here. So far there's absolutely no problem. Now we need to create rest of those gallery preview that we have created over here. Another thing, we had practically used this container class with a width of 100%, and that is why it could have seemed to be occupying this whole particular device width here. But in this particular case, we are using a container class of 1280 pix, so that is why it is occupying a total width of 1280 pix at the center, and that is why it might seem to you that it is a little bit of centrally deviated or centrally shifted, but it isn't actually the case. If you need to create something with a width of 100%, then all you need to do, you need to provide another div class over here, or you can create another div class along with this container class and make it to 100%. Now in the second case, all we need to do, first of all, let's create all those images into it. So in the very first case, all we are going to do, we are going to copy this thing from here and we are going to paste it over here. Now we have to make some minor changes, like this width of 100%. We never try to put any kind of width of 100% here, as we are now talking about some kind of gallery preview, some kind of thumbnail preview here. So we will be specifying the size of our thumbnails. Each of them should be specified. So that is why instead of 100%, first we will be creating it with 100 pix. And in the second case, we need to change all those source files over here. But first of all, let's observe the output. So press Ctrl S, get back to your project and reload. And you can see that a separate column is being created with all those gallery thumbnail previews in the extreme right box. So all we need to do now, we need to copy these things. Suppose we will be using 8 more gallery thumbnail previews into our extreme right box. So we will be first of all creating all of them. Everything is proper in its places. So all we need to do, we need to change these image classes here. This is what exactly we are going to do. So we have changed all those source files. Now if we get back to our project and reload, you can see that this will be the result. So all of these thumbnail previews, they are practically getting vertically stacked one over another instead of getting a horizontal preview. So why this is? This is due to the fact that now we have used a row. Its purpose is to put all the child elements into a horizontal manner, but the same thing cannot be said for in this particular purpose. So we need to make it a horizontal display. We can create another div here. This is the perfect timing of creating another div here, which will be, for say, we will be using gallery wrapper. For say, this is the class gal wrap that we have created. Now in the second case, all we can do, we have to customize this particular class. So copy this class name from here, get back to stylesheet.css, and here we will be naming this class. First of all, put the selector name, and now put this particular property of display flex. Now if we put this particular property of display flex over here, and if we get back to our project and reload, this will be the result. We can see that all of them are practically horizontally aligned, and another case, it is practically getting shrinked, as we can see here. So how to overcome this possible case that we have induced so far? In that case, all we can do, we can use this term of flex wrap of wrap. Get back, reload, and you can see that everything is back into its normal size. All of them are now working properly. So why such display? In our previous occasion, we can see that all those particular thumbnail previews, those had shrink down into sizes. Why so? This is due to the fact that in particularity, the objective of Materialize CSS is always to resize your elements into the web pages such as they do not create any kind of disturbance or turbulence into your responsive previews, and that is why they will be shrinking down size of the element that you have provided, and that is exactly why it was shrinking all those thumbnail previews into your project. But in that particular case, to help it for proper display, we can make this particular modification over here. We can create this flex wrap command to scale down every thumbnail previews into the container. And if you are uncertain of how to work with all those things, then we have a flexbox tutorial in our previous occasion. I would like to ask you to go over and watch that crash course on Flexbox. So have a try with that particular course. But right now we will be stopping up until this